Well, the NCAA Tournament and spring break are crossing paths at Indianapolis International Airport, and that means more passengers are expected over the next 3 weeks than at any time during the pandemic.
WRTV's NIKKI DEMENTRI takes a look at the passenger spike and what it means for the long-term outlook for the airport and for your safety.
Hoosiers are traveling, whether for business.
This is my 7th or 8th flight.
To pick a wedding venue in Florida.
It feels good to have people back out and starting to feel like more normal.
We're waiting for their grandson to return home from Kansas, where he's stationed.
I would be comfortable to fly though if I needed to or if I wanted to.
Indianapolis Airport is buzzing with passengers, and even more are expected during NCAA Tournament and spring break.
Do you have pre-check on your ticket?
The busiest day here at the airport so far during the pandemic is supposed to happen on Saturday. They're expecting 13,500 folks to come through these TSA lines and board a plane.
Airport officials say upwards of 50% of passengers are back.
It was a ghost town, and it's nice to kind of walk in now, see people out there.
Executive Director Mario Rodriguez says thanks to strong reserves and planning, the airport did not have to lay off any employee.
And I want to caution everybody because you're going to see a spike. But this is because everybody's flowing through the airport right now. It'll come down and level off.
Indiana's TSA Federal Security Director says things will be different. Masks, plastic barriers, and PPE are now all part of the traveling process.
We've got to constantly remind people that we're still in a pandemic. We have to ensure that we're following all the safety protocols.
Indy says there is new equipment like credential authentication technology, a touchless process that checks ID that helps with those safety protocols. Rodriguez adds the airport is constantly doing airport-grade cleaning and has on hand 350,000 masks for travelers to use, as well as hand sanitizer stations throughout the airport.
As people get vaccinated, as people feel more comfortable, as things open up, life goes on.
As for the CDC advice to not travel, the airport's executive director says,
Is it safe?
Working for you.
If you do the right things, it is.
NIKKI DEMENTRI, WRTV.
The advice both TSA and airport officials have for travelers: be cautious and courteous. As for a return to normal, the airport's executive director says he predicts that will be, quote, way after 2024.